What's up guys, this is Michael from Michael Croft Fitness. Today I'm making a video on how to count your macros, how to figure out what your macros are. To start, for the people who don't know, macros are macronutrients. What those are is that's your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. So you have macronutrients, you have micronutrients, which are like your minerals and stuff like that from, vegetables. You get a lot of that from vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. So those are your micronutrients. But we're talking about macronutrients today. So in order to find your macronutrients or your macros, you're going to have to do a couple different steps. The importance of finding your macros is so you can, if you're doing a bulk or a cut, or you just want to maintain weight, you can get the correct amount of protein, carbs, and fat in your diet to make sure you can retain as much muscle as possible, either lose fat, put on muscle, just make sure your body's functioning properly as well, because you need a certain amount of each one as well. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to weigh yourself to begin. You're going to weigh yourself in pounds. So get on a scale, see what your weight is. Once you find your body weight in pounds, you're going to multiply that number by 11. That'll give you your static calories. That's the calories you need basically just if you were just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, just to stay basically the same. If you weren't doing anything, like literally just laying in your bed all day long. After you find your static calories, you need to find your metabolic rate in calories. So to do that, I have it set up as your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s. I don't have a teens category, which I just forgot to put it in. But basically, if you're a slow metabolism, so you're someone who can eat food, like whatever you eat, you just put on weight basically. So you don't eat a lot of food, you still put on weight. You're just someone who, no matter what you eat, you put on weight after that meal. Then you're probably a slow metabolism. Moderate would be someone who, if you eat more than you normally would, you would put on weight. If you eat about the same or eat less, you're going to stay the same or lose weight. You're right in the middle. And you have the fast metabolism. That would be someone who eats, your friends who eat 12 boxes of pizza a day, they don't put on a pound. So what you're going to do is you're going to, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, etc., you're going to find the number that corresponds to your age and your metabolism rate. So for me, I'm 19, so I'm in the teens. And how these numbers actually work is if you're in your 20s, let's say your slow metabolism. So 20s is 0.3, 30s is 0.25, 40s is 0.20. It goes down by 0.5 for every 10-year age group. So your teens is actually going to be 0.35. Moderate for teens would be 0.45, and then moderate for or fast for teens would be 0.55. So once you decide what you are, you're going to do this little calculation right here. You're going to take your metabolic rate, so whatever decimal place this is. So you're going to find out what you are. You're going to multiply that by your static calories, and then get that number, and you're going to add the static calories again. So right down here I have an example really quick. So I'm roughly 200 pounds, so this is pretty close to me. I'm about 203 right now, and I'm doing a cut. But so 200 pounds, I'm going to say, for just this example. So 200 times 11, that's 2,200 calories. That's my static calories. So that's me not doing anything, laying in bed all day to stay the same basically and function properly. Next you're going to find your moderate, your metabolism rate. So for me, like I said, I'm a teen, I'm 19, so I'm almost 20, so I'm going to stay with teens for right now. So 19, and then I would say I'm a moderate metabolism, so I'd be a 0.45. So right here, 0.45 times my 2,200 calories, which I found up here. So you're going to multiply that together, and then you're going to add the static calories again, the 2,200, which is going to give me 3,190 calories. That's the amount of calories, that's my base calories. That's the amount of calories I can eat a day to maintain my weight. Now that varies based on the amount of water you drink on a scale standpoint. The amount of water you drink, how much water you're holding, the amount of cardio you do, how many times that day you end up working out, the amount of time, the intensity, that can vary, that can change it a little bit, have a variance basically. But this is a pretty accurate number to go off of. So I found out that if you calculate it on a calculator, like ifitfitsyourmacros.com, this is going to be pretty dang close to that, which it's good to find two different ways basically and see how close they are and how accurate they are to each other. Then you know for sure where you should be at. You know, if they're within 50 calories of each other, then you know that is actually your range, because you know you're finding it a couple different ways. So now we're going to talk about a bulk or a cut, and I actually have that down here. So for a bulk, you're going to take your calories that you found, your base calories. So mine, like I said, was 3190. You're going to add 500 calories to that. 3,690 calories is what I would eat for a bulk. The reason you're going to do 500 is if you go past 500, you're going to be eating too much food basically, and you're going to put on too much fat, and nobody wants to do that. And the leaner you are, you won't put on weight as quickly. So they say so. If you really should be under 10% body fat before you do a bulk. That's why I'm leaning out right now. I'm gonna get under 10% body fat before I do mine. So you're gonna do for me, I'm gonna do 3,690 calories, and for that, the breakdown of my proteins, fat, and carbs, I'm gonna do protein between 0.8 and 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if I was 200 pounds, I'm going to be doing a max of 200 grams of protein. And honestly, you can go a little bit over on that, because I mean 200 grams right now I'm doing 250 for my cut, or 260 actually. And so only going to 200 is actually probably going to be kind of hard for some people. So if you like, you like the protein, you like the foods that protein comes from, you can go a little bit over on that. I mean, I wouldn't go more than like 1.2. But this is the range you want to stay in. If you don't like foods with a lot of protein and you like more of the carbs and stuff like that, you might want to go more at the 0.8. Then for the fat, you want to go 20 to 30% of your calories that you take in. So out of that number right there, 20 to 30% is going to be your fat. So you're going to to find the actual grams, you're going to take, let's say I'm doing 25% fat. So 0.25 times that number will give you the amount of calories of fat, and then you're going to divide that by 9, because fat is 9 calories per gram, protein's 4 calories per gram, and carbs are 4 calories per gram. So, and then once you find the grams, now you have the grams of that and you have the grams of that. To find your calories now, you're going to take the calories that you found from there and the calories from there. You're going to add them together and then subtract it from that total number, and that'll give you the amount of calories or carbs left. Divide that by 4, it gives you the amount of carbs you can eat. Now for the cut, it's basically the opposite when it comes to the 500. So you're going to take your base number, subtract 500 calories. You go too low on that, so let's say you go 600, 700, 800, 900 calories less than your base, you're going to lose too much muscle. The beginning of this cut, I did go too low, and I lost a lot of strength, which is very upsetting. Nobody wants to do that. I lost a lot of weight, but I lost a lot of strength. So you want to keep it no more. You don't want to go lower than 500 calories. So for me, it's 2690 is the lowest I really want to go. I can even go a little bit higher than that. I just won't lose as much weight as quickly. You really don't want to go more than like 1 to 2 pounds a week for weight loss. And then for protein, so for the protein for the cut, you're going to go 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Now it's more than the bulk. You want the protein to help maintain the muscle mass, and you are doing a cut, so you don't really want as many of the carbs and stuff like that. So you're going to do that for the protein. The fat is a 5% less range, so 15 to 25%. It kind of allows you to eat more food too. Calories, fat being 9 calories per gram. You eat less amount of food, basically less grams of food that are high in fat, and you get more calories from them. So it kind of sucks. You can't eat as much technically. And then the carbs are going to be remaining again. So that's the breakdown for that. I tried to go through this video as slow as possible for you guys, but if you have any questions, make sure you email me at michaelcroftfitness@gmail.com. I'll put the link below. I hope you guys liked the video. So if you have any more questions, email me. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. So thanks for watching.